Welcome back to the Tarble Arena, everyone. 9th-ranked Lady Reds getting set to take on Augustana tonight. Game one of our doubleheader here from the Tarble Arena, and joined now by head basketball coach Tim Bernero. And a Think Pink game here tonight for your team. A little pink tribute to cancer research.
Yeah, they give you, the WBCA gives you a window of a couple weeks where you can put the pink socks and headbands and stuff on, and draw attention to that cause, and that's something that we want to be part of. So tonight we're going to do that, and I don't know if we'll have another one, because sometimes you cross over when you play on the road, somebody else is doing it. So I kind of like how that works out. I wish we can. Sometimes I was thinking about it the other night. Maybe we should do that as a league and just kind of organize and just. But everybody, there's obviously a call for that, and the cause in this league too. I mean, we have a couple coaches that have had issues, so it's something that's really important.
First thing on tap here tonight, the health of Stephanie Kuzmanik. What is her situation, and will we see her play tonight?
She's much better than she was, obviously, before. Last time we talked on Wednesday. But it doesn't look like she'll play tonight, so she'll be, I think she hasn't been cleared completely, but she thinks she could go. That's how kids are. They always think they could. Sometimes you do stuff in their best interest, and you got to make sure she's proven to the training staff and to some degree to herself that she can do all the stuff that we need her to do, not just kind of be 50% or so. So she'll be ready to probably practice when we go again Monday.
Now, the concern I would have tonight is going into that game Wednesday, your girls had less than 24 hours to kind of digest the fact they were going to be without Steffi. Now you've had a couple of days of practice, some thinking about it. How has been the reaction here? Has it still been the same even keel with your Lady Reds?
Yeah, I think it's like you said, we had less than 24 hours, coaching staff, players, so we just kind of went and played. I mean, we knew what our game plan was with Wheaton, and we needed to execute it, and the kids did a great job executing that on Wednesday. We've had a little more time to kind of tinker with things, contingency plans to, different offensive sets or defensive looks or whatever it is that we might need to do to kind of give people a break here. So hopefully that'll add to what we're doing and not subtract away from how we played on Wednesday. But it's still different not having her out there. But I think obviously you saw what happened Wednesday. All the kids responded very well.
Particularly, I thought good play from Casey Kleiner making the start at point guard. She, again, as you mentioned Wednesday, different style. You're going to get a different look, but she's still got some things done out there for you.
Right. I mean, she's a really good defensive player. She's more of a distributing, run the offense player than creating stuff like Steph does. But we've got a lot of, that's what's nice when you have balance. It's not, obviously we'd miss Steph's scoring and playmaking ability, but we have multiple post players and people that can shoot the ball in the wing, and people, Aaron, that can create stuff for people too. So she doesn't have to do exactly what Steph does, and we just got to make sure we're attentive to our defensive side a little more, because we may not score as much as we do with that change in the lineup.
I was impressed with your defensive effort Wednesday night, particularly the work on Zeller. Again, Aaron Quinn, Kleiner, and company all did an outstanding job taking away their best player and really neutralizing her to the point where she was not a non-factor in that ball game.
Right, and that's sort of a philosophy thing that some people think good defense is chasing people and taking the ball away from them, and that helps. I mean, that obviously disrupts people and makes it gives you some chances to score. We're kind of the other way. I mean, we're going to guard our paint, guard our lane, guard inside the three-point line, guard the three-point line when you got people that can shoot it from there. And we're not giving, for my formula, just don't give them easy stuff. Whether it's transition stuff, whether it's open threes, whether it's post stuff that doesn't get contested, or drives to the basket. And that's what we did against Zeller. I think we took away some of the space when she drove to the basket, kept her off the offensive boards, which she was their leading offensive rebounder, and made it for difficult for her to get free or get easy baskets. So in that case, she ended up being held to 6 points.
Your opponent tonight, Augustana, has struggled. I mean, they've lost 6 straight, 11 of their last 12. They did play a very tough ball game against Wesley, and I'll give them credit on Wednesday night. That was, I think, a 1 or 2 point ball game with about 7.5, 8 minutes left in the second half, and Wesleyan just stepped on the accelerator in the final 8 minutes. But again, kind of a dangerous game here, I think, in a sense that they're kind of loose and they know they've got really nothing to play for, and they'd love nothing better than to take a couple of these top teams down along the way.
Right, and they're going to play very hard. They're very physical. They compete hard. I think it's for us to take some of the steam out of them, especially early. I mean, we don't have to be up 12-0, but we have to make sure that they're not building their confidence and staying around. So make it difficult for them to score, make them have to chase us. And you know, I thought last time we played them, we got out in transition. And it's funny how teams match up to each other. They've played Wesleyan very well both times. The game we played now, albeit 9 games ago now, against them, we got into them pretty good. Nobody else has since then. So I'm sure they've improved since then. You know, I think we're better than we were then too. You know, if you take out the injury part of it, but you know, so that's, you know, you always look at stuff and try to draw, you know, parallels. And with our kids, you know, we had a result last night where Rochester, who was, you know, a very good program in the UAA, was down a little bit this year and had lost 5 in a row, went to Wash U, who's very, you know, obviously one of the elite programs in the country, if not the elite program in the country, and beat them there on a, you know, where Wash U doesn't lose a lot of games. And you know, so I kind of pointed out to the kids too. I said, you know, hey, just keep your antenna up. I mean, don't sit here and kind of look at, you know, because there's so many. I do that, you know, and I'm sure the kids do. You look at numbers and you say, well, that team's record is this, and that team's record is this. Well, that team, they shouldn't have any chance to beat them. Well, you don't get spotted points. It's not like you start the game because we're 20 points better than them. The scoreboard doesn't say 20-0. You still got to get to that point if that's the case, and play it out and prove it to the other team in the 40 minutes that you play.
So boil it down to a key or two here. It would seem like getting off to a very good start. Obviously, key number one on the whiteboard in the locker room. What's the other couple of keys here for a win? You
know, handling how they choose to play us defensively. Maybe they press us. They did try to little that down there. Maybe they zone us. We should be a good team against the zone, given who we have on the floor. Otherwise, it's just the flow of our offensive stuff has to be like it was the other night. High-low stuff into the post, shooting threes off that. We want to get out in transition against them and make them keep up with us, because that opens both of those avenues up. On the defensive end, just being, you know, they're a little bit similar to Wheaton, that they don't have multiple three-point threats by the numbers. Now, so, you know, maybe watch somebody will go make a bunch tonight, but they've got Etheridge, who's their primary three-point shooter, and after that, the rest of the kids are more inside the three-point line, off the dribble, or post-up players. So that again gives us a chance to stay tied together and kind of guard inside the three-point line, with the exception of Etheridge. And you know, she's been such a good scorer over her career, but I think we've had decent success with her because we've gotten to her early. If she gets rolling a little bit, then it's hard to stop her. If we take her out early, which is our intention, that'll, you know, kind of cut the head off there, and then they'll end up. My guess is they'll end up trying to go inside, and I think we're pretty well suited inside if we do what we're supposed to handle them.
Big ball game here, last one here at home for a little while at least. Next 3 on the road. So good luck tonight.
Yeah, thanks, John.
Head basketball coach Tim Bernero joining us on our pregame as the Carthage Lady Reds get set to host Augustana tonight, round 2 in the round robin between these two schools. We'll pause and take a 60 break. When we come back, starting lineups and our tip-off of our first game right after this on 1050 WLIP.
We're just about set to tip this one off tonight, our first of 2 here on 1050 WLIP. Lady Reds getting set to take on Augustana, followed by Redmond basketball, round 7-ish or so tonight. So sit back and enjoy Carthage Athletics here on 1050 WLIP as we get things started here tonight. Augustana, they are visiting a team tonight. Their starting lineup, Molly Etheridge starting at a guard, 5'5", a senior from Bloomington, Illinois. Olivia Meyer will play point guard, a freshman out of Green Oaks, Illinois. Amy Hicks, a 5'7" senior out of Rockford Christian High School, will start at a guard spot. At the forwards, it'll be Jessica Bades. Bades, a 5'9" senior out of Carroll Stream, Illinois. And Cheney Tambling, their leading rebounder at 6 per game, a 5'8" senior out of Dwight. Head coach Mark Beanborn is the head basketball coach of the 5-16 Augustana Vikings. Now 1-9 in conference play. They have dropped their last 6 and 11 of their last 12. They are 1-9 away from the Carver Center. And their lone road win this year was at Dubuque back on December the 10th, 63-54. Their lone conference win back on January 15th at home, knocking off North Central. So second time through, Lady Reds 88-52 victory over the Vikings back on January 4th in the first game of conference play this year. So we'll head it downstairs to Adam King with the starting lineup for the Lady Reds tonight.
Are you ready? And now let's get the starting lineup for your Carthage Lady Reds. At 4 to 5'9", senior from Normal Community High School. From Bloomington, Illinois, number 34, Christy Schmidt. At guard, a 5'8" junior from Mundelein Carmel Catholic High School. From Island Lake, Illinois, number 12, Erin Quinn. At center, 6'1" senior from Delvin Darien High School. From Darien, Wisconsin, number 23, Michelle Wenzel. At guard, a 5'6" junior from Summers Shoreland Lutheran High School. From South Milwaukee, Wisconsin, number 20, Casey Kleiner. And at guard, a 5'5" senior from Marist High School. From Chicago, Illinois, wearing number 11, Haley Stursik. The head coach for your Lady Reds is Tim Bernero. He's assisted by Maggie McCloskey and Katie Otto.
So Lady Reds without Stephanie Kuzmanik for the second straight game. Kuzmanik 15.2 points per game. Preseason All-America selection. And the reigning conference outstanding player of the year from a year ago. So they'll try and get her healthy and ready to go on Wednesday against Elmhurst. The officials tonight, Mark Rapinski, Don Baumgart, and Jody Duffy. Augustana in the navy blue jerseys, navy blue shorts trimmed out in white and gold. Lady Reds white jerseys, white shorts trimmed out in red and black. And we're just about set for game one. Lady Reds coming in on an 11-game win streak, one shy of tying team record that was set last year when the Lady Reds won 12 straight games in the 2012-2013 season. Good crowd on hand here today. Had the alumni games prior to the ball games this afternoon, and crowd's going to build as we go as Michelle Wenzel will jump against Jessica Bates, and the opening tap brought down by Augustana. The Vikings will bring it down. Set it up in the offensive end, man-to-man defense here for the Lady Reds. As they work it up top, back in the hands of Olivia Meyer. Meyer, the point guard, over the top, inside, back out. Now back to Meyer. She'll fire up the three and will hit. The count is a 2, just inside the arc, top of the circle. And we get an offensive foul called on Casey Kleiner, trying to break the press. Head scratcher there. Olivia Meyer lost her balance and fell down and embellished the contact there. Now catch and release, jump shot on the way, taken by Etheridge, no good. Rebound pulled in by Wenzel. She'll clear it out to Kleiner. Kleiner will bring it down. Casey Kleiner, her second start in a Carthage uniform. Works it off to Quinn now, high on the left wing, around to Stursik. Stursik, Division III leader in three-point shooting, gives it up to Quinn. She'll fire up the three, and that one's no good. Rebound pulled in by Amy Hicks. 2-0 Augustana. We're a minute in to our broadcast here this afternoon. Glad you're along on 1050 WLIP and on the stream at LIP.com. Etheridge on the drive right side, got around Kleiner and past Stursik up the right side for the lay-in. 4-0 Augustana. Now Stursik, double team, nowhere to go, and walk with the basketball. Turnover, Lady Reds. So good start here for Augustana early on. So the Vikings off to a 4-0 lead here early in this contest. Lady Reds yet to get a shot off. As working with it now. Point guard Mayer. Mayer driving around Stursick, lays it up and in again. Allowing the dribble penetration that time. The Carthage defense, as hard as they worked on Wednesday night to prevent that, that's 2 straight now on the drive. Kleiner having trouble trying to get it across midcourt. They try and triple team her. They get it to Quinn. They break up the pass. And it's taken out of bounds by Etheridge. Carthage will keep possession here, 18 on the shot clock. They're just throwing 3 people at the ball at all times here. Kleiner between the circles. Will set it up offensively, gets it to Stursick. Stursick, bounce feed to Quinn in the left corner. Now they fire it inside. Schmidt double teamed in the paint. 3-second violation, second straight turnover by the Lady Reds. Sluggish start here for Carthage. Down 6-0, 2 minutes in. As I said, you had to wonder, going in the game Wednesday, Lady Reds did not know until late Tuesday whether or not Kuzmanik would play Wednesday, so less than 24 hours is on the drive. We got to travel. Olivia Mayer trying to drive the lane, put the ball on her hip as she made an extra move, trying to weave her way in through the paint. So turnover Augustana will give it back to the Lady Reds here. Stursick down the floor, and we got a whistle and a foul, a hand check as Stursick was about to dish that ball off to Christy Schmidt. Etheridge picking up the foul, her first. First team foul on Augustana. Carthage will inbound, left of the basket, pass is broken up and taken away. Olivia Mayer will push it down the floor. Carthage with 3 turnovers here, their first 4 possessions. Jump shot from the paint, that curls off. Shot taken by Tambling, no good. Rebound though, kicked back out into the hands of Mayer. Back outside for 3, and then trying to embellish some sort of a foul there was Amy Hicks. Nothing called there. Carthage brings it back the other way. Kleiner to Wenzel, lays it up and in. Carthage on the board by the Wenzel layup. 6-2 Augustana. 3 minutes gone by here at the Tarble Arena. Up top, ball faking with it is Hicks. Now driving left to the paint. They kick it back around to Etheridge. Etheridge now wants a ball screener. She'll get one in Tambling. Now penetrates, going hard off the glass. Missed everything. Stursick able to clear it out to Kleiner. Kleiner coming down the floor, circles back to Stursick. Right wing 3 on the way. Good, Haley Stursick. Stursick with the triple. 5 straight for the Lady Reds. They pulled back to within 1 and a timeout taken by the Vikings. Haley Stursick continues her hot shooting as she is now ranked 2nd in Carthage career leaders in 3-point field goals. Needs just 9 more now to surpass Danny Ripke in that category. So it's going to happen sometime down the road. If not the Elmhurst game, certainly down at Illinois Wesleyan next Saturday. She is among the nation's leaders in 3-point shooting. Stursick coming into the ball game is the Division III leader in field goal percentage from 3-point range, 52%. She's ranked 8th in 3-point field goals per game at 3.26 per contest. So Augustana following the timeout. Vikings will bring it up. Mayer, the point guard, will handle it middle of the floor. Dishes it off to Tambling. Tambling high on the right, just inside the arc, guarded by Wenzel. Now gives it up to Etheridge. Etheridge top of the circle, back to Tambling. Little ball fake driving, flips it up off balance, hit the side of the basket, and goes out of bounds. It was a turnover for Augustana, and Carthage will put it in play. They'll face some full court pressure here. Carthage advancing up the floor. Quinn handles it, now gets it off to Schmidt, back to Quinn across midcourt. Quinn clears out. Contact made, tries to bounce pass back out to Stursick, gets it there. Now to Kleiner. Inside it goes Christy Schmidt. Schmidt turn around on Tambling, back out to Kleiner. Cross-court feed to Quinn, high on the left. Now back to Schmidt up top. Ball faking, dishes it back to Quinn. Step back jumper, off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound Tambling. She'll clear it down to the Vikings and Etheridge. Etheridge gave up the dribble near the arc. Now into the left corner it goes to Tambling. Back up top to the point guard Mayer. Now to Etheridge. Etheridge back to Mayer. Around the far side it goes. Hicks for 3, knocks it in. Amy Hicks for the triple. That's 2 3-point baskets here for the Vikings. 9-5, the 4-point lead here, 5 minutes in. Kleiner now will give it off to Quinn. Quinn tried to work it inside, ball broken up and saved from going out, chased down by Mayer in the corner here in front of her own bench. It's 4 turnovers now for the Lady Reds. 9-5, Lady Reds down 4. 5 minutes gone by. Now Hicks driving and circling back the left side. Gets a return pass. Now with 6 on the shot clock. Mayer still dribbling up top. Now they get it back to Etheridge. Just got one away as the shot clock expired. An off-balance shot. The rebound right side to Stursick. She'll clear it out. Down the floor to Quinn. Up top to Schmidt. Reversing to Kleiner on the left wing. Now to Stursick. Top of the circle. Handling the ball on the dribble. Now gives it back to Quinn. Circles up top. Now dives down low. Left block. Overlays. And the loose ball picked up in the corner. Taken away by Mayer. Empty possession here for Carthage. 6 minutes in, the Lady Reds down 4. And then we got a reach foul on the drive to the basket that time by Olivia Mayer. Foul's going to go on Stursick. There's her first. Gabby Chappa will check in for the Lady Reds, replacing Erin Quinn. Katie Villa, a 5'10 freshman from Janesville Craig, in for the Vikings. Also Bades back in as the jump shot taken and missed. Ball loose in the paint. Schmidt had it, lost it. Wenzel picks it up for Carthage. 9-5 Vikings, 13:50 to go here in the first half. Chappa high on the right, fires it down low right side, counted and one. Christy Schmidt on the assist from Chappa. Good recognition that time by Chappa. Rifled the pass down low right. And Schmidt to complete the 3-point play. Azapani making that foul there, committing the foul, I should say, a sophomore out of Wooddale, Illinois, and Schmidt able to knock in the free throw. 9-8, Lady Reds down 1 here. Off to a slow start. You heard Coach Bernero mention he wanted to get off to a quick start here, unable to do that here as Mayer penetrates and throws the ball through the paint off Chappa out of bounds. Valerie Van Royen will check in, a junior from Libertyville for Augustana. We'll get our first look at Alexis Hahn tonight for Carthage. Hahn, a 6-foot sophomore out of Itasca. 9-8 Vikings, they lead by 1. 19 on the shot clock to inbound. Work it up top. Andrea McNally with it now, reversing right side back to Mayer. Mayer now penetrates, loops it back down low, and it's stripped out of there by Kleiner. She tried to loop it down on the right block to Pezapane, and it was Kleiner who got through there, but then threw it away looking for Hahn on the right block. So another turnover for Carthage, their 5th. Megan Murphy will check in now for the Vikings. Murphy, a 5'8 junior out of Johnsburg, Illinois. Lady Reds down 1 here as the Vikings set it up offensively. McNally now works it into the corner, down low right side, back out up top to Murphy. Murphy gets around Kleiner, left of the free throw line, into the left corner for a 3 attempt. That one rattles around and down. Azapani with the 3-point basket. Now Kleiner works it back to Chappa. Chappa here in the near wing. Turn around, and she'll fire it up for 3. That one's off the rim, no. Hahn, though, with the offensive board for Carthage. Looks to get it out of traffic and does to Kleiner. Lady Reds trailing 4 here. 12:35 to play first half. Kleiner to Hahn. Top of the circle. Waves it off to Chappa now on the left wing. Back up top to Stursick. Stursick back out to Kleiner. Back to Chappa. Chappa will fire the 3. That one barely drew iron, and the rebound pulled in by Pezapani. Back comes the Vikings. Murphy sets it up high on the right. Works the dribble. Now into Van Royen. Back up top to McNally. Working it on the outside. Once again up top it'll go Van Royen. 7 on the shot clock. Now they work it back down low right side, and off balance shot fired off by Pesapani. And the rebound pulled away by Kleiner to Stursik. Bounce feed into traffic to Hahn. Hahn going glass missing. Loose ball, player falls down, and that was Pesapani in the paint, losing her footing, and it goes off of her out of bounds. It'll be Carthage ball. Wenzel will check back in along with Aaron Quinn, replacing Chappa and Schmidt for Carthage. Tambling back in now for the Vikings, as Carthage will set it up left of the basket. All the way up top, it'll go to Quinn. 12-8 Vikings, 11:40 to play in the first half here in Kenosha. Stursik now back up top to Quinn. Aaron Quinn, out of Hahn. Free throw line jumper there. Back iron no, and the rebound by Tambling. Augie will get it down the floor. Carthage just 3 for 10 so far in this half. Working in the right corner, driving in for a better look that time was Murphy, came up short, nearly blocked by Wenzel that time, as Kleiner now will take it across midcourt for the Lady Reds. 9 minutes in, Carthage down 4. Now Kleiner high on the right, gets a screen from Wenzel, returns the pass to Wenzel now. Now fires it down low left. Hahn in the paint, little floater with the right hand is good. Alexis Hahn, her first bucket of the night. Nice pass out of the post that time by Wenzel to find Hahn. Carthage trailing by 2 with 10:40 to play in the half. And we got a whistle and a travel. Etheridge will check back in. Pesapane for the Vikings. Carthage with a chance to tie or take the lead on this possession here. They've trailed the entire ball game thus far. Stursik now sets up Kleiner on the left wing. Hahn down low, it goes to Wenzel, lays it up and in. Wenzel able to get free inside and get past Megan Murphy inside for the easy layup. Wenzel with 4. We're tied at 12 here at the midway point. Etheridge will fire up the 3. That's no good. Ball tipped through and picked up by the Lady Reds. Falling down with it was Stursik as she got that pass off to Hahn. Hahn back to Stursik, trailing the play. To Hahn, down low inside to Wenzel, broken up and out of bounds by Tambling. Carthage will retain possession. Olivia Mayer, their point guard, back in. Christy Schmidt returning for Carthage, replacing Alexis Hahn. Midway through our first half, knotted at 12. Lady Reds looking for their first lead of the game. And playing without Kuzmanik tonight with that sore ankle. Down low to Schmidt. She was hammered on her way to the basket. She'll go to the free throw line for the second time tonight. It's going to go on Van Rooyen across the arm of Schmidt. And so Christie at the free throw line for the Lady Reds. 71% shooter this year at the line, averaging just under 13 points a game. Bades will check back in, and Amy Hicks also back into the Viking lineup. Second free throw on the way by Schmidt is in. The Lady Reds have their first lead now at 14-12 with 9:48 to play here in the first half. Mayer now will set it up. Carthage in a little bit of a zone look here, a little matchup. Now they break out of it, go man-man. Mayer with it high on the right. Looks for Etheridge down low right side, and we got an offensive foul on Etheridge. Kleiner taking the charge that time. Off the turnaround chicken wing by Etheridge. She got that pass on the right block. They're back to the basket, and as she spun back toward the basket with her right arm, cleared Kleiner out of the way for the offensive foul. Kleiner across midcourt and returns the favor. She commits the offensive foul. Is getting in front of her. Taking the charge was Amy Hicks. That's 2 on Kleiner, 3 on the Lady Reds here in the half. (14-12), Carthage in front, 9:14 to play here in the first half. Mayer with it, back up top to Amy Hicks. Hicks down low, to Bades. Back to Hicks. Up top, it'll go for the three-point shot by Pezapane. Is up and in. Pezapane with 2 3-pointers, so they found their stroke from outside. Again, a team that averages about 3 made three-point field goals per game. 15-14 Augustana. Schmidt down low, the high-low feed to Wenzel finishing. Wenzel with 6, all of them in the paint. 16-15, Lady Reds up 1, 8.5 minutes to go, first half. Now they fire it down low, missing, and getting it back was Hicks. Off the first miss, got her own rebound, stuck it right back in low right. Hicks with 5 points. Now Wenzel driving around her man, lays it up, and we got a whistle and a foul. As Wenzel was able to drive that time. We got the foul on Olivia Mayer. That's her first. She tried to step in front of Wenzel and try and take the charge, called for the block, and so that'll put Wenzel on the free throw line. And Wenzel able to knock it down. You recall Wednesday night, Lady Reds missed their first 6 free throws against Wheaton. Here tonight, they're solid 4 for 4. Vikings yet to get to the stripe thus far as Wenzel hits both free throws. She will exit with 8 points. Taylor Boardman will check in for Carthage. Boardman, the rising sophomore, 6'1", out of Frankfort, Illinois. Her play continues to sparkle game in, game out. Getting more experience on the floor. Etheridge with it now, top of the circle. Works it off to Mayer, bounce feed down low. Overshooting the basket that time was Pezapane, and the rebound picked up by Quinn. Quinn racing down the right side, cut off below the free throw line. Back up to Schmidt, reversing around to Stursick. Now gets it to Quinn. Quinn just inside the arc will fire and hit off the right wing, just outside the right elbow that time for Aaron Quinn. Able to knock that one down from long range. Largest lead of the game at 3 for the Lady Reds. 20-17 Carthage. 3-point shot curls off the rim, no good. Christy Schmidt able to clear it out. That one taken by Hicks. And Carthage will set it up with the lead. 7:25 to go in the half. Stursick out of the right corner. Now driving, circling, going hard to the basket. Drew the foul. Well, interesting move there. Stursick, normally a 3-point shooter. Got that one out of the right corner near side and then took that one, circled around, right back to the basket. Able to draw the foul on Pezapane, her second. And once again, the Lady Reds back at the free throw line. Stursick able to drop in the toss. Stursick now with 4 points. Tambling back in. And Andrea McNally also back in now for the Vikings as Stursick will get set for her second toss. And that one is good. Lady Reds 7 for 7 from the stripe now. 22-17. Their largest lead. Etheridge with it, high on the right, guarded hard by Gabby Chappa. Now gave it off to Tambling. Works it back over to the left wing, into the left corner to Mayer. Back around near side. Carthage doing a nice job forcing them away from the basket here. Now on the drive, top of the circle. Bates had it stripped out, stolen by Stursick. Stursick coming down the floor on Meyer. Going to go up on Meyer, overlaid. Quinn trailing, got the rebound and stuck it back in. Beautiful job by Quinn to trail the play. Stursick did the right thing, took it right to the basket, was looking for a foul, didn't get it. Off the miss, but Quinn trailing the play, able to get the easy lay-in. 7-point Lady Red lead, 6.5 minutes to play. Now 3-point shot on the way by McNally is good. Well, Augie 4 for 7 now outside the arc. Again, a team that doesn't convert many, as then we got a blocking foul as Stursick was trying to take it across the center line. And the foul will go on Mayer, and that's second on Mayer. 7th team foul now on the Vikings, and that'll put the Lady Reds on the line shooting bonus here. As Kleiner will check back in, along with Alexis Hahn.
Into the Vikings lineup, number 45, Katie Villa.
Katie Villa, the 5'10 freshman from Janesville Craig, back in for Augie. And one more substitution here. Murphy and Van Royen also back in. Bonus free throws here for Haley Stursick. And Stursick missing on the front end. First miss at the line tonight for the Lady Reds. 24-19, Carthage in front here as we approach 6 minutes to play, first half. Turnaround 20-footer off the right side is short. Might have been partially blocked. Shot taken by Tambling. Carthage able to clear the rebound. There's a block out there by Christy Schmidt. And he gotten a piece of it. Now Schmidt over the top, down low, right to Hahn, able to lay it up and in. That high-low feed that we've seen so much of this year. Working to perfection there between Schmidt and Hahn. 26-19. Lady Reds by 7 here. So work it up top. Murphy with it. Into the left corner near side. McNally. Now they try and roll it in, and it's stripped out of there. Double teamed by Schmidt and Boardman that time. Once the ball went into Villa, she lost it. Turnover to Carthage as Kleiner will set it up offensively. Schmidt high on the right, up top to Boardman. Down low again to Hahn. Hahn with the catch, and the turnaround layup is good. Boardman another high-low feed, and a timeout taken by the Vikings will break as well. 5:07 to go in the half. Lady Reds have righted themselves here, up 9, 28-19. On your home for Carthage Lady Red basketball, AM 1050 WLIP. Lady Reds in the middle of a 12-2 run here that has seen them take a 9-point lead, 28-19, with just over 5 minutes to go here in the first half. John Weiser back with you at the Tarble Arena in Kenosha, the beautiful campus of Carthage College. Lady Reds now shooting 55%. Augustana down to 36% as they missed the long jumper there, and the rebound pulled in by Kleiner. Carthage out rebounding Augustana 16-8 thus far. Boardman again over the top, down low to Hahn, rolls it through off the glass and in. Hahn going over the top of Tambling that time. Alexis now with 8 points off the bench for the Lady Reds. 14-2 run here for Carthage. And we had a whistle and a 3-second violation, turning it over Augustana. That's their 8th turnover. And they've gone more than 2 minutes now without a field goal. Mayer and Etheridge back in along with Hicks for Augustana. They'll put the press on here, a 2-2-1 press on the Lady Reds. Kleiner, Hahn, Stursick, Schmidt, and Boardman out there. Kleiner able to break it, drew the double team, got it to Schmidt, 2-on-1 down low, goes up over the top of Etheridge, overlaid, and the rebound pulled in by Tambling. Now Etheridge with it, got around Kleiner, stepped through, gets it off to Hicks in the right corner, down low, and able to finish is Pesapane, getting around Alexis Hahn that time on the right block. Pesapane with the layup. Under 4 minutes to go, first half, 30-21, Lady Reds. Schmidt with it high on the left. Gives it off to Stursick, hands it off to Kleiner now near the center circle. To Boardman on the right wing. Up top to Schmidt, driving and contact and a foul. Pesapane that time making contact with Schmidt. That, if it's on, Pesapane, that is her third. So she will come out. And in replacing Pesapane will be Bades. Jessica Bades back in. Christy Schmidt at the line, and that was a 1-on-1. They said it was before the shot, before she got the ball in a shooting position. So it'll be 1-on-1 here for Schmidt. And Schmidt missing. That's 2 in a row now missed by the Lady Reds after making their first 7 from the line. Carthage has come up empty twice. Remains a 9-point Lady Red lead, 30-21 here with 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. Etheridge out of the left corner, good. That stops the run there. That makes it a 30-23 ball game. Now Kleiner open 3 right wing, curls off, no. Battled inside for the board. Tambling took it away from Boardman. Back the other way. Mayer to Etheridge, right wing, right corner now. Tambling. Now to Bades. Bades inside to Tambling. Blocked by Boardman. Pure rejection there by the sophomore Taylor Boardman. Able to knock that one away from Tambling. Down low it goes to Schmidt. Overlays. She got too far underneath on that high-low feed. Had nowhere to go and just flipped it up, hoping to draw something there. Now they try and work it inside. Broken up nicely by Boardman as they tried to entry pass on the right block to Tambling. Boardman able to knock that one away, and Carthage will take a timeout here. 2.5 minutes to go in our first half. Lady Reds lead by 7. They trailed by as many as 6 here in the first half, but a 14-2 run has propelled the Lady Reds out in front. Other games going on in the CCIW this afternoon and early this evening. Elmhurst is at Illinois Wesleyan, and the Lady Titans leading the Blue Jays by a score of 29-22 with about just under 5 minutes left in the first half in that contest. Wheaton hosting Milliken this afternoon in women's basketball, and that is with 3:41 to play in the first half. The Thunder leading Milliken 41-27. And our other ball game features North Central at North Park, and the Vikings and Cardinals are knotted at 24 apiece. 7.5 minutes remaining first half in that one. Hahn from the free throw line for the jumper, and it hits the top of the backboard and the shot clock off the heel of the rim, and so will go out of bounds to Augustana. Lady Reds 50% shooting, Augie 38, Carthage 1 for 5 behind the arc, Vikings 3 for 7 at the arc. Vikings yet to get to the free throw line here in this first half. 2:05 to go and a 7-point Lady Red lead. Mayer with it high on the right. Guarded by Stursick, now gets it to Etheridge, rolls it inside. Back out it goes to free throw line for Tambling. Her jump shot no good. Ball tipped back out to Mayer. Mayer to Etheridge for 3. Shot clock went down. That last shot did not touch the rim, and then as they fought for the loose ball inside, we've got a foul on the Lady Reds. That first shot did not hit the rim. It was simply tipped away at the left block, rolled back out to Mayer. Got it off to Etheridge, who had to fire up the shot with the shot clock going down. So Augustana gets a fresh shot clock here with 1:40 to play, trailing by 7. Mayer with it high on the left, guarded by Stursick to Etheridge. Fires top of the circle over Kleiner and hits. Molly Etheridge with 6 first half points. Not much more Kleiner could do there. Had a hand in her face. Still got that one in. On now to Stursick. Stursick now driving off the right arc. Dribble it off her foot out of bounds. She caught that ball, kind of ball faked. Wasn't quite sure she wanted to shoot or dribble in. She tried to creep in a little bit more and dribbled it off her foot for the 8th Lady Red turnover of the half. Carthage by 5 here with the Vikings setting it up offensively. Zone defense here for the Lady Reds, trying to force them outside. Now they get it inside, and the jump shot there, no good by Bades. Battle for the loose ball. We got a whistle and a foul. And it's going to go on Augustana. Got her across the arm, the official says, and that foul was committed by Amy Hicks. That's her first, 9th on the Vikings. Wenzel will exit, Boardman will come in, and Alexis Hahn will head to the free throw line for Carthage. Hahn having a sensational year coming off the bench, just under 10 points per game, just over 5 rebounds per contest. Missing the front end of that free throw attempt, but Carthage getting the offensive board to Quinn. Under a minute to go now in the half, Carthage by 5. Stursick now. Double dribbled there, got away with it. Put that ball on her hip, they didn't call it. Boardman now inside, left-hand hook, rattles around and down. Boy, Lady Red's got a break there as Stursick should have been called for a travel or the double dribble. But Boardman able to convert, makes it a 7-point game. Etheridge for 3, good look there. That one bounces high off the rim. Boardman able to come down with it for Carthage, takes the dribble and clears it out to Quinn. 20 seconds to go here in the half. Carthage will circle around, trying to set it up, and Mayer stripped Quinn of the ball. She'll get the layup the other way. Carthage is going to set it up for 1. Quinn never saw her coming. 5-point game. Now Kleiner Across to Stursick. Stursick now with 3 seconds. Will fire up the three. That one rattles in and out, falls out. And the rebound to Tambling as time expires here in our first half. Not quite the way you wanted to finish. Carthage is looking at a final possession, but could not on the great hands by Olivia Mayer, getting the strip and the layup the other way. So after 20 minutes, Carthage battled back, trailing by as many as 6. The Lady Reds will take a 5-point lead into the locker room. 32-27, Carthage on top of Augustana. We'll pause and take a 2-minute break. Back with our halftime numbers right after this on 1050 WLIP. Carthage Pep Band entertaining a crowd of about 600 or so already in the Tarble Arena tonight to see the 9th-ranked Lady Reds off to an 18-2 start, trying to get to 12 consecutive wins and tie a team record should they pull out the win here tonight. They lead it by 5 at the half, 32-27. Lady Reds on the road for their next 3 games. They will be at Elmhurst on Wednesday, at Illinois Wesleyan on Saturday with a showdown with the second-place Titans, and then on the road a week from Wednesday at North Park before returning home for the conference finale on the 22nd of February here at the Tarble Arena against the Milliken Big Blue. And then it's conference tournament time on the February 28th and Saturday, March 1st. And then it's into the NCAAs, hopefully, in a deep run for the Lady Reds. But first, got to take care of them one game at a time. And this Augustana team, as we said, coming in, very scrappy bunch. They got off to a quick start, opened up a 6-0 lead. Had a 6-point lead going through the first 10 minutes of this ball game before the Lady Reds got their first lead of the game and have maintained that since then. So we'll see how this second half progresses here. Carthage in front by 5. Wenzel, Schmidt, Quinn, Stursick, and Kleiner for Carthage.
Starting the second half for the Vikings, number 12, Etheridge.
It's like the starting 5, Etheridge, Mayer, Hicks, Bades, and Tambling.
Starting the second half for your Lady Reds, number 11, Stursick.
And it's going to be Carthage basketball here to start the second half. They will inbound at midcourt. Quinn will trigger the inbound, and we're underway second half here at the Tarble Arena. Carthage leading by 5. On the drive, Wenzel's cut off at the left block, back out to Quinn right side. Now to Wenzel, top of the circle, works it off to Kleiner on the left wing. Up top, Stursick for 3. That one rattles off, no. Rebound into the corner, and they'll let it roll out of bounds as Tambling will let it go out of bounds. Last to touch was the Lady Reds, so it'll be Augustana ball. And Stursick needing 9 more 3-point field goals to overtake Danny Ripke. Ink isn't even dry in that record book. And a chance to add her name to that. Now Etheridge banking it off the left side. That's no good. Offensive board once again for Augustana. They slide it down low right block, and the layup easy for Cheney Tambling. Good look that time by Etheridge, able to roll that one through the paint from the left to right and find Tambling for the layup. 32-29. They're back to within 3. Kleiner off the left wing on the feed from Stursick. Now finds Schmidt, top of the circle, reversing right side to Quinn. Back over to the left side now, Schmidt to Kleiner. Kleiner, step back 3 on the left wing, good! Shoreland Lutheran grad, Casey Kleiner making her second collegiate start, able to nail down the triple. Lady Reds back out by 6, 35-29. Just underway second half here at the Tarble Arena. Mayer with it on the right side. Now gives it off to Hicks. Hicks dropping below the free throw line. Spins on Quinn and lays it up and in. Got a step on Quinn that time as she started to worm her way through the paint. And then got around the left side of Quinn and leaned in off the glass. 35-31. Schmidt trying to go in for that high-low feed, was held up and fouled that time, trying to get to that pass on the right block.
Vikings foul, number 40, Jessica Bades.
Bades picking up the foul, her first on the Vikings in the half. Carthage will inbound right of the basket. All the way up top to Quinn it will go. Now to Schmidt, looking right, looking for Stursick. Now finds Stursick on the right side. Back out to Kleiner, shoots over the Quinn screen and hits. Casey Kleiner, back-to-back triples. This time drawing a ball screen from Quinn. 6 points for Kleiner, the lead out to 7. 2 minutes into our second half. Now Hicks will take the dribble back up top to Mayer, top of the circle. Now finds a Tambling to Hicks. Back over to the right side, it'll go to Bates. Now back up top, Tambling the jumper, that's no good. Ball will angle out of bounds to the right side, out of bounds to the Lady Reds. A weird angle carom that time off that jump shot, straight on. The left side of the rim, and this made a beeline to the right corner. Now Kleiner racing across midcourt with it. Sets it up offensively, gets it to Schmidt. Now to Quinn left wing. Hicks kind of halfway out on her as she gets it back to Kleiner. Now to Wenzel, top of the circle, penetrates, cut off there, back out to Kleiner. Carthage will reload, 12 on the shot clock. Try and find Wenzel through her hands. Quinn picks it up though, driving in, inside the arc right side, takes the jumper, no. Rebound Wenzel underneath, tries to go back up right side and draws the foul. Quinn did the right thing. She took the dribble in. She was able to dribble in and find a little closer shot, just caromed off to left, and then Wenzel gathered in the offensive rebound and went right back up with it to draw the foul. Foul will go on Bades, her second. And Wenzel short on the first of 2 free throws. Well, after making their first 7 to start the game, Carthage now has missed their last 4 free throws. And that snaps the string as Wenzel drops in the back end. 39-31. Wenzel now with 9 points. Now Etheridge for 3 off the left side. That's an air ball off of everybody. Hicks able to save it though, and it gets back up top. Mayer for 3, that one's good. Mayer left alone, top of the circle. You'll let her handle that one. Not known to drop one in from long distance. Now Quinn gets it across to Kleiner. Kleiner penetrates with the dribble, back to Stursick. Stursick penetrates the paint, back out to Wenzel. Now backdoor feed to Quinn, lays it up and in left side. Set up by the Stursick penetration. She then circled back, flipped it back out to Wenzel. That left the left block open, and Quinn sneaking through the back door got the nice feed from Wenzel. 5 on the night now for Aaron Quinn. Oh, mistake there as Etheridge got room. Little mismatch on the switch up there. That allowed Etheridge to drive in from the right side clean all the way to the basket. 8 points on the night for Etheridge. Wenzel tracks it down, back up to Stursick, around to Kleiner. Back to Quinn now. Quinn penetrates, circles back to Wenzel. Gives it back to Stursick, working the perimeter to Kleiner. Now to Quinn, driving, pulls up off the glass. No, Wenzel with another offensive board, goes back up low left and lays it in. In traffic that time, Wenzel able to fight for that rebound, got it away from Bades, and we got a timeout taken by Augustana. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Gives us a chance to remind you the annual summer soccer camp coming up here for the boys and girls in the area, coming up June 15th through the 26th. There's a girls resident and boys resident camp at the end of June, as well as day camps for boys and girls. 2 different camps, a boys and girls day camp and a boys and girls junior kickers camp for ages 5 through 8. And also a goalkeeper camp going on at all sessions. Again, that's the 2014 Carthage Soccer Camp. For more information, you can contact Steve Doman, 262-551-5930, right here at the Carthage Tarble Athletic Center, or email Steve at sdoman@carthage.edu for more information on the soccer camps this summer. Hopefully that'll warm you up. I think our snow will be gone by then. The way this winter is gone, not so sure. As play resumes inside to Hicks, back down low, and the finish and the foul. As Tambling able to get the lay-in and draw the foul, and a chance for the 3-point play. First on Wenzel. First on the Lady Reds here in the half, and to complete the 3-point play is Tambling. And the free throw is up and in. First points of the game for Cheney Tambling. 43-38, Lady Reds in front by 5. Played just about 5 minutes here of our second half. Gabby Chappa back in now for the Lady Reds. Works it around to Stursick. Now top of the circle. Goes to Schmidt. Back out to Kleiner for 3. She's 3 for 3. Well, Kleiner, after a very quiet first half, in which she missed her only 3-point attempt, she has now made 3 straight. 3 of 4 from the arc. 9 quick points here in the second half for Kleiner. Etheridge now high in the left wing, dribbles in below the arc, gets it to Hicks, drops it into Tambling. Tambling, nice patience that time. Got it down to Pezzapane, and Pezzapane fouled on the right block. Tambling waited for the defense to come over that time. That opened up the right block. The foul will go on Kleiner, her 3rd. And the free throw, no good. Big Karam off the heel of the rim, out of bounds. Alexis Hahn will come in, replacing Wenzel. Wenzel with 13 points here in the ball game. We'll get a breather. This one is short, but crawls over the rim and through. McNally will check in now, replacing Hicks. Full court pressure put on by the Vikings. Trail by 7 here, 46-39. Kleiner just got it across, now finds Stursick. Stursick dribbles, now fires the 3. That's way off. Really rushed that shot that time. She had more patience. She just got a little happy feet that time as the run up and the foul. Hahn fouling Tambling, and that'll put Tambling on the free throw line for 2. Tambling just coming right down below the free throw line that time, running it up the left side, and Hahn late recognizing and committing the foul. It's the first on Hahn, 3rd on the Lady Reds here in the half. Tambling on the line, drops that one in. Second one by Tambling is no good. Rebound deflects through the feet of Chappa, and it's picked up by the Vikings. So they'll set it up again offensively, trailing by 6. They fire it down low corner, left side. McNally gave up the dribble. Back to Mayer. Mayer now out to Etheridge. Etheridge for 3 from the right side. That's no good. Ball tipped. Went off the fingertips of Pezzapane, out of bounds to the Lady Reds. So again, Carthage facing full court pressure here. Kleiner pressured by Mayer, gets it across to Chappa. Chappa now, all the way over the right side to Stursick. Haley gives it up to Schmidt. High-low feed looking for Hahn. Too strong. Hahn able to flag it down, though. Carthage will keep possession here with 10 on the shot clock. Schmidt reversing around to Chappa, all alone out there, pulled it back in, now gives it up to Stursick for 3. That one goes in. Haley Stursick over McNally from the top of the circle. Stursick with 8. 9-point Carthage lead now, 49-40. 13-15 to go here in the ball game. Now Meyer penetrates, fires one up, no, rebound, Hahn. She'll clear it out for Carthage, off to Kleiner. Casey will walk it across midcourt. 7 minutes into our second half, Carthage up by 9. Chappa all alone will fire the 3. That one's no good. Long rebound pulled in by Schmidt. Goes hard to the basket, lost control of it. All kinds of contact there. No foul called. Back the other way comes Etheridge. Etheridge got around to everybody and overlaid. Hahn able to steal the rebound that time. Kleiner now down to Chappa, high on the right. Carthage getting a break there as Etheridge blowing a 0-footer that time. Chappa thought about it, now get it back to Kleiner. Kleiner step back 3 out of the corner. That rattles off, no good. Rebound Pezzapane. Took it away from Hahn that time. Able to get in front of Hahn, screen her out. 49-40, Carthage in front. 12:15 to play in the ball game. And the Redmen and 23rd ranked Augustana to follow here tonight. Part of our Alumni Saturday festivities. It's good to see the guys back in the gym. It'll be a Mayer able to get the penetration and the layup. Talk more about that during our men's broadcast tonight. Something that I thought I would never see in that alumni game. We'll share that with you later on as Schmidt again bounced around inside, no call. Hezapane clears the rebound out to Etheridge. Chance to cut it to 5 here for Augustana. Hezapane with it in the left corner, takes the dribble out, gives it back to Mayer. Mayer around Sturcik, now helped out by Schmidt. Gets it back up top, into the hands of McNally, into the paint. Hezapane turnaround jump shot, that one's no good. Took a wicked carom off the front of the rim, and Meyer able to get it and drive it right back to the basket and draw the foul. Olivia Mayer will go back to the free throw line here for the Vikings. So after not getting to the free throw line in that first half, Augustana now 3 for 5 from the stripe here in this second half, and 2 more coming here for Mayer. Missing the front end. Host of substitutions here. Boardman and Quinn back in for the Lady Reds, replacing Kleiner and Schmidt.
Number 10, Boardman.
More free throw on the way by Mayer is up and in. 1 for 2 that trip. She has 11 points. 11:20 to go here. Carthage leading by 6, and Chapa fouled as she got that pass off to Quinn. It's going to go on Hezapane with the foul. That is her 4th now. 3rd team foul, and she will come out as Katie Villa, the freshman from Janesville, checking back in now for the Vikings. Carthage will inbound from in front of their own bench. Chapa quickly inside to Boardman, lays it up and in. Got past Jessica Bates that time as she was up high, then dove hard to the right block. Catch that pass from Chapa and lay it in. Boardman with 4 points on the night. 51-43, the lead back out to 8. McNally now working on the left wing. Feeds it off to Bates. Back to McNally, back out top. Mayer for a long 3, banked it, loose in the corner, and we got a stepping it out of bounds with it. Was Van Royen, as she got bumped by Sturcik. Could have easily been a foul there on Sturcik, I think. They didn't call it. Carthage will bring it back up. Chapa then turned it over and then commits the foul, trying to go for the loose ball. And poor Gabby has really struggled this year. She had such a promising junior year and just has had trouble handling the basketball and has had trouble shooting the ball this year. So she will come out. And Kleiner back in. Kleiner with 3 fouls, coming in a little earlier here than perhaps Tim Bernero wanted. Under 10.5 to go now. Lead to 8 for the Lady Reds. Vikings will handle it here. Murphy up top. Works it into the corner. Ball faking. Ball deflected off of Quinn. It'll roll out of bounds. And last to touch it was the Viking player. Oh, a break there for the Lady Reds. Andrea McNally was the last to touch it. So it'll be Carthage ball at midcourt. Approaching the midway point here of our second half. 51-43, Lady Reds in front. They trailed by 6 in the first half as Boardman on a nice feed from Alexis Hahn. Boy, Hahn has just done it all here tonight. She's got 3 assists now, 8 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. Stat sheet filler. 6 points now for Taylor Boardman. Van Royen gave up the dribble in the left corner near side. Now they reverse it out around to the right side. Murphy guarded hard by Sturcik, nearly threw it away. Ball out near the middle of the floor, picked up by Van Royen. Just getting one away, never hit the rim as it hit the backboard as the shot clock expired. 3rd time tonight, Carthage has forced a shot clock violation on the Vikings. 9.5 minutes remaining, a 53-43 Lady Red lead. Kleiner quickly down, dishes it back to Hahn, trailing the play, and she walked with the basketball and she took down 2 Viking players in that collision. Vila, and also going down was Bates. But Hahn traveled with it before the contact. So no foul called there. Vikings will bring it up in the back court. Trailing by 10, 9:20 to go. Tambling with it. Tried to force it inside, broken up by Boardman. Kleiner comes away with it. She tried to work it into Bades that time on the right block. And nice job by Boardman defensively there to get in front of that passing lane. Quinn with it high in the right wing. Works it back to Sturcik. 3-ball up and in. Haley Sturcik for the triple off the left side. She now has 11. And for Sturcik, that's her third three-point basket of the ball game. 3 for 6 now from behind the arc. 56-43, largest lead now at 13 for the Lady Reds, and a little penetration that time. Megan Murphy able to get inside, flip it off the glass and in. 56-45, Lady Reds in front. Carthage threw it away. Alexis Hahn threw it right in the hands of Mark Rapinski, the official. Hahn will come out. Christy Schmidt will check back in. So you have Schmidt, Boardman, Kleiner, Quinn, Sturcik for Carthage. Tambling and Mayer along with Etheridge, Bades, and Hicks. Bades hands it off to Etheridge. Etheridge spinning on Kleiner. Now gets it back to Bades. Bades in the left block, cut off there. Flips it back up to Mayer. Mayer trying to get around Sturcik. Back into the corner. Bades out of the left corner for the jumper. Good. Squared up that time and got the jumper away. 9-point Lady Red lead now. 4-0 run here for Augustana. Kleiner again for 3. And again she hits. Casey Kleiner. 4 straight three-point baskets here in this second half for Kleiner. She's 4 for 4 here in the second half. All 12 of her points here in the second 20-minute frame, and we got a foul the other way. Erin Quinn picking up the foul. That's her second, the 6th on the Lady Reds. Wenzel will check back in for Boardman for Carthage. Boardman gets a nice hand for her effort here defensively. Throw it in up top to Tambling. Guarded by Wenzel, right of the free throw line. Now inside it goes. Hicks, turnaround shot with the left hand, drew the foul. Foul will go on Quinn, her third. That's the 17th foul, so the Lady Reds over the limit now. Bonus free throws the rest of the way out for Augustana. And Hicks will go to the line. Hicks, one of the few misses from the line you will see from her. She's 86% from the stripe this year. Chapa back in, replacing Sturcik for Carthage. Second one on the way. That one rolls in. 1 for 2. Lead at 11 here for the Lady Reds. 59-48, 7:15 to play. Quinn across to Kleiner. Gets it to Chapa, left side, and we've got an offensive foul on Wenzel. Moving screen, sliding in, trying to set the pick, drop the shoulder. Wenzel picks up her second. It's the 8th team foul on the Lady Reds now. As the Vikings will put it in play here in the offensive end. Etheridge up top. Ball faking around Chapa. Gets it off to Tambling, driving in left side, travel with it. She got around Wenzel. I think she was surprised she was able to lose Wenzel that time as she worked her way to the right block, and then Kleiner stepped up, tried to cut her off. That forced the traveling violation. Kleiner did not turn it over. Yes, she did. Jody Duffy originally signaled it was going to be Carthage ball, then she changed her mind. Don Baumgart that time signaled it went off of Kleiner out of bounds. Tim Bernero up toward the middle of the floor here at the scorer's table. Wanting to know what's going on. It'll go as a turnover. 13 now committed by the Lady Reds. Tambling with it in the left corner. Gets it to Etheridge, got around Kleiner, pulls up left to the free throw line, shot on the way, no. Kleiner able to get the loose ball. 59-48, Lady Reds, 6.5 minutes to play. Kleiner gives it off to Quinn, driving out of the right corner, through the paint, now turns, shoots, and count it. Aaron Quinn out of the right corner just drove hard on the dribble drive through the paint and then flipped it up with the left hand as she drew contact and got the foul. Tambling with the foul, her first, and at the free throw line to complete the three-point play is Aaron Quinn. Nice move, very quick. Quinn completes the three-point play. Aaron with 9 points here in the ball game. 14-point Lady Red lead, 62-48. Etheridge for three, off the left wing, that's no good. Tambling going for the ball, tapped away from Wenzel. By Wenzel, I should say, to Schmidt. Carthage will bring it up here. Leading by 14 as the clock slips under 6 minutes to play. Again, the Redmond game will follow about 30 minutes after the end of this one. Plenty of room for you here at the Tarble Arena tonight. There's Chapa driving, flips it off the glass and in. Chapa driving in left side. Got a clean look all the way to the rim. Going glass, her first 2 points. 64-48. Etheridge now driving around Chapa. Laid it short, whistle foul. Schmidt coming over on the help out, but the foul will be on Chapa. It's 2 on Chapa, 9th team foul on the Lady Reds, and Etheridge on the line. Another good free throw shooter, 83% on the season. They have a tough time cracking that first team all-conference, but I think Etheridge a solid second team all-conference selection. Etheridge converts the second free throw. 2 for 2 on the stripe. Etheridge now in double figures with 10. 64-50, Lady Reds in front here, 5.5 minutes to play. Sturcik gets it off to Kleiner. Kleiner driving to the free throw line, back out to Quinn on the left elbow. Back up top to Wenzel, reversing right side to Sturcik. Out to Kleiner, gives it back to Sturcik. 9 on the shot clock. Wenzel reversing left side, Quinn for the triple, got it. Aaron Quinn with the three-point basket. Don't see that too often from Quinn, just her 7th made three-pointer. 67-50. Inside it goes, overlaying Pezopane, rebound Quinn, gives it off to Kleiner. Carthage will bring it down. In control of this one. Slow start in that first half, but once the Reds got the lead, they did not relinquish it here. Got that lead with about 9.5 minutes to go in the first half. Now we got a whistle and a reach foul. It's on Pezopane. She's done. 5 fouls now on Marissa Pezopane. She will exit, fouling out here. That is her 5th. Also the 5th team foul. For Pezopane, that is her 5th foul out of the year. Get it down low now to Schmidt. Right side, lays it up and in. Again, the over-the-top feed from Wenzel that time. 69-50. We got a foul on the drive by Etheridge. Kleiner, that is her 4th. And so that'll put Etheridge on the free throw line. Double bonus, 2 free throws here for the conference leaders in free throw shooting. Etheridge in the ball game tonight makes both free throws. 4 for 4 at the line. 12 points tonight for Etheridge. Now a steal by Etheridge. Able to get it past Sturcik, but then stepped out of bounds as she tried to get it down the floor. 69-52, Lady Reds in front here, just over 4 minutes remaining. We'll have a post game with head coach Tim Bernero. We'll visit with him, get his thoughts on tonight's game. Again, without Kuzmanek tonight. She's on the bench. Twisted that ankle on Tuesday as Kleiner again out of the corner. What a second half for Casey Kleiner. 5 for 7 now, 3-point shooting. She's made 5 out of 6 here in the second half. Largest lead of the game now at 20. That'll put the lid on this one here tonight. Turnaround jump shot, crawls off the rim, no good. Sturcik able to get the rebound on the miss by Bades. So Lady Reds will head to a record-tying 12th straight win. Set that record last season. Sturcik shot rejected, that time by Tambling. Sturcik got it right back. Now Schmidt with it, top of the circle, 8 to shoot here. Quinn inside to Wenzel, backing in left block, back out to Schmidt, mid-range jumper, good for Schmidt from the right baseline. Shot clock going down, and Schmidt patiently squared around, got the shot away. 9 on the night for Schmidt. Etheridge for 3, that lips out no good, rebound Sturcik. 2:50 to go in this one. Reds will go to 10-0 in conference play, 19-2 on the season. And Coach Tim Bernero picks up win number 196 in his coaching career. More importantly, the Lady Reds won a couple of ball games without Stephanie Kuzmanek. Schmidt, just as the shot clock was going down, got the layup on the penetration move through the paint. Schmidt in double figures with 11. All 5 starters now in double figures for the Lady Reds. 76-52. Etheridge penetrates, got around Quinn, off balance shot, no good. Rebound Sturcik. Augie has gone the last 6 minutes without a field goal, and a substitution timeout here as Tim Bernero empties the bench here. Amanda Genge, 5'7" junior coming in. Abby Palusek coming in, a freshman out of Webster Grove, Missouri. Emily Schaff, freshman out of Richland Center, in there. And also out there, Allison Riley, the junior out of Cudahy. And Erin Gansky also in there now for the Lady Reds. So 1:35 to play, and the freshman getting a chance here as Gansky drives in right side, pulls up, and couldn't get it to fall, but Gansky will get to the free throw line for Carthage. Murphy picks up the foul.
6th team foul.
And at the free throw line, Erin Gansky, first free throw attempt of the season. And that one's in. Gansky, the freshman from New Berlin, Eisenhower. Playing through a series of knee injuries during her junior and senior season of high school. Still has that brace on that right knee, but getting stronger and more confident each and every day. Banks in both free throws, 78-52. Three-point attempt, that one is short. Genge able to scoop up the loose ball inside. Minute 13 to go. Lady Reds go to 19-2. Riley on a drive to the basket, lays it up and in. (80-52). So Carthage right at their season average now, 80 points per game. Deep three on the way. That one is short. Shot taken that time by Van Watermeulen. Rebound cleared out by Carthage as Riley will take it across. Final minute here. An impressive win for the Lady Reds as they got off to a slow start. You wouldn't know it. They trailed by 6 throughout much of the first stage of the first half as Palucik misses a shot. Rebound loose, picked up by Augustana. Abby missing out. And the Vikings will take a timeout as they want to make one more substitution. Stephanie Oros, a freshman from Crystal Lake, will check in with 31 seconds to play. Carthage clamped it up defensively here in this second half. as that one is short. Rebound underneath, picked back up. They get it back out. Van Watermeulen works it inside. We got a whistle and a foul as they got it into Vila. And she will get to the free throw line. Gansky picking up the foul. And that will put Vila on the line, shooting double bonus here with 17 seconds remaining. Well, impressive in the sense here that Carthage held Augustana without a field goal for the last 7 minutes and 52 seconds of this ball game. Out-rebounded the Vikings 37-26, make it 38-26 off that miss. Is able to gobble that one up as Schaff. And Gansky will take it across, no need to shoot, just dribble it out. And the Lady Reds have picked up their 12th win in a row, tying a team record here tonight. And they go to 19-2 and 10-0 in league play. Horn sounds, game over. 80-53, Lady Reds. An impressive win. They'll chalk up as a come-from-behind victory for the Lady Reds here tonight. But nonetheless, a 1 in the win column. 80-53, your final. We'll pause and take a 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll have our post-game report, including a visit with head coach Tim Bernero, as our Carthage Lady Red broadcast continues from the Tarble Arena right after this 2-minute timeout on 1050 WLIP. Lady Reds win their 12th in a row, tying a team record as they knock off Augustana tonight by a final of 80-53 in our first game of our doubleheader here at the Tarble Arena in Kenosha. John Weiser back with you as the Lady Reds now at 19-2. They go to 10-0 in league play. Lady Reds had a 5-point lead at the half. They trailed by as many as 6 in the first half, battled their way back, took their first lead with just under 10 minutes to play in the first half. Never relinquished the lead from there. And they held the Vikings without a field goal for the final 7 minutes and 52 seconds of our ball game here tonight. Carthage, as I said, bumped that lead out to double digits here in the second half on a Taylor Boardman layup with just over 10 minutes left. 53-43 the score at that point. And then the Lady Reds up that lead to 19, 69-50 on a layup by Christy Schmidt with 4:21 to play. The lead reached as much as 28 in the latter stages of this one. Allison Riley with a layup that made it 80-52. And 1 for 2 at the free throw line by Vila late provided the final margin, 80-53. Lady Reds really ramped up the defense in that second half, as the Vikings were just 8 for 25 from the floor in the second half. They missed all 8 of their 3-point attempts as well, finishing 20 of 57, 35% shooting. They were hot from outside the arc in the first half, 3 of 9 in the first half. They were 0 for 8 from behind the arc in the second half, were the Vikings. Meanwhile, Carthage in the second half got it going, and the kickstart was Casey Kleiner tonight. Kleiner in that second half was 5 for 6 shooting the 3-ball, all 15 of her points coming here in the second half, starting her second consecutive game in place of Stephanie Kuzmanik out with that ankle injury until at least Wednesday. All 5 starters finished in double figures for the Lady Reds, led by Kleiner's 15. Aaron Quinn with 12 and 11 each for Stursik, Wenzel, and Schmidt tonight. Another solid performance off the bench for Alexis Hahn. Hahn with 8 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists in the contest for her. Taylor Boardman a solid game as well, 6 points, 3 rebounds off the bench for the Lady Reds. But it was Kleiner in the second half, 5 of 6 from 3-point range, that pushed the Lady Reds up and over the top tonight, 80-53, your final. Lady Reds out-rebounded the Vikings, a plus 12 on the glass, 38-26. And the Lady Reds turned it over just 7 times in that second half for a game total of 15. And they finished with 12 assists in that second half, 23 helpers on their 30 made baskets here tonight. So the 9th-ranked Lady Reds continue on their march as they go to 10-0 on the year. The Vikings falling to 1-10, dropping their 7th straight and their 12th in their last 13 contests. And the Reds blistered the nets in that second half, just under 65% shooting in the second half, 18 for 28. They were 8 for 13 from behind the arc, 5 of the 6 Kleiner from behind the arc in that second half. Quinn was 1 for 2. Sturcik in that second half, also 2 for 3, shooting the 3 ball in that second half. So a good win for the Lady Reds. Again, they got off to such a sluggish start, but were able to right it midway through the first half and pick up the win. Elsewhere in the CCIW tonight, barn burner going on down in Bloomington, 4:20 to play. It's the Illinois Wesleyan Lady Titans up by 7 over Elmhurst, 69-62. All over but the shouting down in Wheaton. The Thunder about to knock off the Milliken Big Blue. So they would go to 7-4. And as I said, Elmhurst battling hard with Wesleyan, down 5 with about 4 minutes left in that contest. Joined now by head basketball coach Tim Bernero, and well, you talk about a hot second half, coach. 64% shooting in that second half, and the spark plug was Casey Kleiner, 5 of 6 from shooting the 3 ball, and she got on a roll early in that second half and just continued on hitting that 3 shot.
Yeah, sometimes your offense, if you can make those shots, it forgives some other sins. And in the first half, we were kind of, indifferent defensively. We weren't as aggressive moving to places, and we let them get some shots, and they, to their credit, obviously made some shots. And they showed, like you would think somebody would when we're playing well stuff. They decided to try to press us the whole game, see if they could get us out of stuff. And I thought in the first half, even though we were at, I think, only 8 turnovers, it felt like we were disorganized a little bit, and that's my fault too. But I thought we were, and I told the kids at halftime, just because they're pressing you and making you play a little faster doesn't mean you have to play out of control. I mean, you can play fast. And then in the second half, what we did is we got into the half court, got into some, into some organization, because that's one of the things I think we do well is that we can, we don't have to stop and set up. We can get from the press and roll into the high-low stuff, and then if the high-low is not available to us, then the double screens are open, and Casey started knocking those shots down when the game was still 6, 8, 10 points. It was still in doubt, and then all of a sudden you look up at the end and we kind of snuck away.
Yeah, you did a great job defensively too. I know we talked about that in the pregame. You pride yourself on defense. Vikings with 1 field goal. They only hit their final field goal with 7:52 left. You kept them off the floor for the rest of the second half. Yeah, and
that's I think they kind of we needed to try to break their spirit. When their team, they're struggling a little bit in the conference, and they play really hard, and they're very physical. In the first half, they took the physical part of the game to us, and we kind of sat there and kind of let them. In the second half, I thought we just played a little bit more, a little more physical, a little more urgent, and we're able to get stuff going on. But yeah, we guarded them pretty well. I think they wore down a little bit, but we were able to, to be there to contest shots. I thought we contested shots way better in the second half than we did in the first.
Yeah, all 5 players, all 5 starters in double figures. Kleiner with the 15. Erin Quinn, a nice night tonight too, 12 points. We talk a lot about her effort on the defensive end. It's nice to see her get rewarded here on the offensive end.
Right, and that was the thing that, she comes, I think when people see that they can adjust a little bit and they're not worried about Stephanie creating a lot of shots for herself or for the other kids, they tried to sit back a little bit and they tried to give her space to shoot the ball. And I thought in the first part of the first half, she was like rushing. She was off balance, out of control, going to the basket some. When she took a couple of those jump shots off the double screen, and she walked in instead of the 3 and took a 15-footer, and she made a 3 along the way too. So that was, that was a good job by her. She, 12 points, a couple assists, a few rebounds. I thought we could have, I don't know. Sometimes I get, maybe I'm a little off sometimes, because I thought that it felt like they had control of the boards, and it ends up 38-26. I mean, I felt, they had 10 offensive rebounds. Hicks was killing it. She had 4 in the first half. but it seemed like they had more than that. But we were good enough when we needed to be to get control of the game, and obviously Casey started hitting those shots. Haley hit a few. I mean, it was, until she got her third foul, Haley was on pace to play 40 minutes. I mean, those guys are, they'll rest well because Casey played 35 and probably 35 or 6 on Wednesday. We should have Steph back for Wednesday. So.
I was just going to ask, we talked about in the pregame, her prognosis is possibly back Wednesday, definitely back by Saturday.
I believe so. I mean, I can't speak for the medical community there, but from what I hear and how she's moving around right now, I think we'll be okay that way. But we were able to get through 2 games. I mean, now I guess it was nice that those 2 games were at home without her, but again, 2 solid wins, against CCIW teams. I mean, those are always golden, and we've gotten to 10 now, and we've got to get we get a couple more, and we can finish this thing off. But it's better to play from out front. Now we got to get ready for Elmhurst on Wednesday night.
Elmhurst giving Illinois Wesleyan quite a battle right now. It's a 6-point game with 2:27 to play, down 6. So they've played Illinois Wesleyan tough in a tough place to play, which we'll experience a week from today.
Right, and that's a thing that Augustana had the same game against Wesleyan on Wednesday and was even with 6 minutes left, and then and could kind of ran out of gas. And Augustana, the same thing today was. When we played Elmhurst the first time here, we got into them pretty good. So they're going to, so did Wesleyan. So Elmhurst showing their toughness and their pride, and they're must be playing a pretty good game today. And we'll see what happens when we get to Wednesday at Elmhurst. Again, we got road games Wednesday and Saturday. If we can we can win those, we'll be pretty happy and pretty comfortable.
Again, 56% shooting for the game, and among the leaders in Division III. I think you're still on top now, 53% on the year shooting the ball from the field.
And that's the thing, not to disparage any of the other teams, but we're doing this in one of the better leagues in the countries. I mean, sometimes you see some of the teams that are up there, and the level of competition isn't so good. On offensive sides and defensive sides, if you look, because the defensive one, for some reason, I think they put the records in there, and the teams that are defending people at 38 points a game or 40 points a game. Sometimes the records are not so good, because they're choosing to play slowly. We're having to play against fast teams, slow teams, high quality teams in this league and our non-conference schedule, and still being able to get to that 50-some%. That's a credit to the kids we have, and I think our system, makes it hard to take both things away.
A big win here at home. Now you've got 3 straight on the road. It starts Wednesday night at Elmhurst. Best of luck on Wednesday, and we'll tune in on Thursday morning. You'll be with Bill Lawrence again, 6:20 on Thursday morning.
That's always fun. Bill, we got to get Bill out here one time. Maybe, I know he doesn't work the weekend, so he doesn't have to be up at 2 in the morning to go to work. So I think we have him out here for a game sometime. Maybe the next one against Milliken on the 22nd.
I'll work on that. I'll see what I can do. We'll work on that.
All right.
Coach, congratulations. Nice win here tonight.
John. Thank you.
You bet. Head coach Tim Bernero joining us on our postgame, as it's now a 3-point ball game with 1:10 to play down in Bloomington. Wesleyan holding on to a 73-70 lead over the Elmhurst Blue Jays. That could be a big one here if the Blue Jays could get that one. That would really put a 2-game cushion here for the Lady Reds going into their game Wednesday night at Elmhurst. 5 players in double figures tonight for the Lady Reds, led by Casey Kleiner with 15. All 15 of her points coming here in the second half, where she was 5 of 6 from behind the 3-point arc in the second half for those 15 points. 12 for Erin Quinn. Quinn 5 for 10 from the floor. She also had 3 rebounds, a couple of assists, and a couple of steals tonight. Haley Stursick, Michelle Wenzel, and Christy Schmidt all with 11. So all 5 starters in double figures tonight for the Lady Reds. Alexis Hahn off the bench for 8. Another solid performance by her. 4 for 7 shooting the ball, along with 4 rebounds and 3 assists in the post tonight for Hahn. 6 points for Taylor Boardman. Boardman 3 for 3 from the floor. 2 points each for Gansky, Chapa, and Riley. Halusik, Genge, Schaff, and Gansky all got in late for our ball game here in the second half. Got some time in here in the ball game. So Lady Reds cruise to their 12th straight win. That ties a Carthage record for consecutive wins with 12 straight. They'll go for number 13 Wednesday on the road at Elmhurst. That'll wrap up our women's broadcast here tonight. Your final: Carthage 80, Augustana 53. Stay tuned. We'll take a 2-minute break. When we come back, it's Redmond basketball. Redmond hosting the 23rd ranked Augustana Vikings. We'll have that for you right after this on AM 1050 WLIP.